Two men, one question, zero logic. React to that.
Welcome to episode 2 of React to That. Thanks, Mark. Every other week we discuss an imaginary situation or some sort of scenario we've got ourselves in, hypothetical of course, and then we talk about how we're going to deal with that situation. How would we react to that?
There we go. I was wondering if you're going to say the words react to that in there. So this week, me and Joe have been looking through the Olympic rule book. We think we found a loophole that'll allow us both to win gold medals. So two different sports, but you have to decide who has got the best plan and the best loophole.
We already know the answer to that.
Thank you.
If you've got any feedback or you'd like to tell us who you think has got the best sort of loophole and idea, go to our Instagram page, React to That Pod.
Are we allowed to do the email address as well?
I think we should.
So you can do reacttothatpod@gmail.com, or one word, reacttothatpod@gmail.com.
Very nice.
Just in case people writing it down, sometimes they panic and have to rewind. So I thought if I say it slowly, reacttothatpod@gmail.com.
Brilliant. And if you thought the pilot was a bit rough and ready, strap in.
Yeah, how's your voice doing?
Okay, Mark, hit me up.
Hit you up with my loopy hole.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
That's a weird one. Okay, so my rule.
Okay.
The sport, javelin.
Obviously.
So we all know what javelin is. You throw a big pointy stick as far as you can do.
Or a giant prick.
Or a big toothpick.
Yes.
Think of it. People know what a javelin is. If you don't, Google it.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at the official Olympic rules for what a javelin has to have. Like I was going to say policy then. What the rules are, what the laws are, what the police will stop you if you don't do this. I don't know if there's javelin police. There's probably Olympic police.
Do you reckon you could just wander the streets with a javelin? And if a police car drove past you...
See, I remember watching something like Sopranos where they bought a baseball bat and they said, "Oh no, we'll have a ball as well, so then we can just say we're going to play."
A peep show, right? It's not Sopranos.
Very similar shows, but I think if you
holding up cornflakes, very expensive.
Because if you go out with like I think you could.
What accompanying piece of equipment are you going to go out with a javelin?
A tape measure.
A giant dartboard. A tape measure, right, fine. Sorry, I've derailed it.
Anyway, so I've been on the official Olympic website to find some rules to find out where my loophole could sit.
Okay.
So proper research this, Joe.
Yeah.
So it tells me the javelin has to be held at its grip, so that's kind of in the middle.
Right.
And thrown overhand using one arm only.
Who is throwing a javelin underhand?
Well, no one, because you'll get arrested. Athletes need to use the runway provided, which is like a long strip.
Yeah.
Don't know why I need to explain what a runway is.
Not a Heathrow.
You can't leave the throwing area until the javelin lands. Safety reasons.
Safety, yes.
And in terms of the javelin itself, it needs to have a minimum weight of 800 grams.
Okay.
And between 2.6 and 2.7 metres long.
Does it have a maximum weight?
It does not have a maximum weight. Obviously, you want it to be as light, maybe. I don't know. I don't know physics. But they are the rules, Joe.
Okay.
That is what's on the website. There might be a few more, but that's kind of the bread and butter. This is what it needs to look like. There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't have a motorised propeller device somewhere on its person. So my loophole is going to be, I'm going to somehow, and I'll get the boffins to do this, get like a little drone attachment and attach it within the javelin.
In the grip.
Hollow out the kind of the end of the pointy bit.
Yeah.
So it's got somewhere for the air to kind of come out of and propel it forward. So when I throw,
Okay.
I can control. I'll put some sound effects in maybe if I'm.
No, that was good.
I probably won't. Yeah. So I can control how far it goes by how much I propel it internally. So obviously I've got my own ability and strength. So I'll be able to throw it 70, 80 metres, I would have thought.
I thought you were leaving the technical things to the boffins. I don't know why you suddenly got involved with air coming out of it.
No, but that's kind of how it'll work. So I don't know how they'll fit. I don't know how they'll make a device. I don't know how they're going to fit it into a javelin. Right. I don't know how they're going to make it powerful enough that I can control how far it goes by pushing air out the back. But that's the design I want because it has to be hidden. It can't have like a helicopter attachment on the top of it.
No.
Although, it doesn't say you can't.
So you'd have like a wacky races sort of shit Vietnam helicopter javelin.
Well, no, because it would look like a normal javelin.
Right.
But I will know.
Everyone in the crowd will know, Mark, when
They won't.
svelte man from the north of England suddenly turns up that no one knows of and throws a javelin. How far are you planning to throw it?
Well, this is the thing. This is my thinking. So the rule is it has to be. You have to get away with it, basically.
Get away with it?
You have to win a gold medal. Sorry.
Oh right, yes.
So you can't just turn up
Okay.
to the Olympics on day one when they're doing the javelin. Register yourself and get in. You have to actually qualify to get there.
I don't think you register on the day for the Olympics.
Well, that's what I mean. So,
Right,
so I'd have to qualify somehow. So I can't.
Yeah, there's qualify. Yeah.
So what I'll have to do is start at grassroots level, like Sunday League
Yeah.
level javelin,
Right.
and I'll just be throwing quite well, winning all the things, but they're not very good at that level. I mean, they're better than most, but
They're better than
it's
you.
not Olympic standard, to be fair.
No.
So I'll just be doing enough just to win. And each time, I'll be doing just enough to kind of scrape through. So, like, you think, well, what do I need to do to make the British javelin team?
Win, probably.
But how normally there's like a distance you have to do to qualify. So I think I'm just going to do like a millimetre over that. So throw a millimetre over. Okay, who am I against? I'm against Jeff Throwerson. So I need to get a millimetre further than he throws.
Jeff Rowerson.
So I did a lot of research on the rules. I didn't actually look at who a professional.
Well,
javelin
Jeff
thrower is.
Rowerson, of course, he's won 7 gold medals. But
I'm sure the Olympic Committee are listening, so apologies for not knowing.
yeah.
But yeah, so each level I'm just scraping through.
No, Mark, it's surely going to be the best people.
No, that's what I mean. I'm just scraping through. So I'm not throwing like.
But you're beating everybody else.
I'm not getting a world record each time. I'm beating everyone else
But how do you know your throw will beat everybody else?
because I'm controlling it.
But if you're the first to throw,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you get a couple of throws, don't you?
You get 5, I think. 3 or 5.
5?
One of the two.
Right, I don't know why I reacted so hard to 5, but it's still too many. 5.
I think it's either 3 or 5.
Let's go with 3.
Should we just say 4 to be easy?
Yeah, safe. You get 4 goes.
So, yeah, so I've made it into the Olympics.
Right, you're there.
And I'm like the undercard. No one notices. So no one's really paying attention to me.
No.
But say there's like, I don't know how many countries there are. So there's 92 people in the event. And
It's an interesting guess.
only the top 10 are going through to the final.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I'm the 10th best thrower.
Mm,
So I'm just sneaking through and everyone's like, who's this guy?
yeah.
What's this guy? But I don't even care who he is. Let's just write him off.
Yeah.
And each of the time, I'm throwing. I've got 4 throws in the final. 3 of them are going to be no throws or very poor throws without anything.
Oh, this is risky.
This is the Hollywood ending.
Yeah.
And then the last throw, I'm going to somehow work out how much I need to win. And then bang, throw.
Can I ask, the motion you are currently doing with your arm, which is...
It's like a dart throw.
Yeah. Do you think that's how people throw javelins?
Well, I'm thinking I could do like a really weird like technique.
A Fosby flop.
Fosby flop. No one did it before he thought he was a weirdo.
Yeah.
And he won the gold medal, and everyone does that now.
Yeah, look at all them mofos.
So I'm thinking there's been so much kind of science and physics and biomechanics to look into how to do the perfect throw. If I just mess things up a little bit, I'll sit down or I might kneel down
Yeah.
and just throw the javelin like a dart.
Right.
I think the world record's something like 98.48 metres, top of my head.
You
Something
think
like that. Just off the top of my head.
Clearly you were looking at something else on your phone. And
So what I'm going to do is throw 100. Break that 100 seal.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge amount of difference.
No one in the world is going to believe that you have thrown a javelin 100 metres like a dart.
Yeah, they would.
Nobody.
They've seen it on TV.
So you think like you're going to be like, what's the age of it? That bees shouldn't be able to fly or something because they're that big. So you think you're going to be such a phenomenon that they will never be able to explain.
Well, I'll retire.
Well, it's still going to be a matter of record, isn't it? Because it's been filmed. It's on
It's been filmed. They've seen it, but I've retired straight away. So there's no inquiry. There's no questions about how I've done it.
Right.
If I ever get asked to do it again,
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. I've retired. I've hurt my shoulder.
One hit wonder. Fuck that shit. I've hurt my shoulder.
I've made my millions.
I don't think you've made
got the Hollywood ending.
How much do you reckon?
100-metre mark.
100 metre mark.
That's the name. That's the name of the film. The franchise. It could be. It could be like a Fast and Furious. Just
right. What's
constantly.
the second film then?
What?
What's the second film? First film's that. It's a franchise. What's the second film?
Well, we'll just see how the story progresses.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Because he's never going to throw a javelin again.
Yeah, but Fast and Furious started out of people robbing cars
Yeah.
and selling them off, I think. And now the new one, they're on like international spy missions, jumping out of planes with cars. So it's not kept to the true original source. So why does the 100-meter mark franchise have to stick with just javelin?
Well, mainly because street racing and cars have quite a bit of a following, as did Paul Walker and Vin Diesel and
I'll have a
Dwayne
following.
Johnson.
I mean, it's like Eddie the Eagle. He got a film out of it. I mean, he didn't win. Imagine if he won.
Yeah, but he caught the imagination of a nation. Didn't he?
I would.
I don't know.
Who's this plucky young guy? Because I don't look like a javelin thrower. Let's be honest.
No, I mean no. I don't know what javelin throwers look like. Probably bigger than you.
Quite muscular up top, I would have thought.
Yeah. What?
So-
Just nothing.
No, skinny legs.
Skinny legs, skip leg day, as these bros say. Right. Okay. Right. And you're right.
Because that's going to leave like scientists stunned. So it's a bit of a prank.
I'm not convinced with this idea. I must be honest.
I think so.
You think so?
I think it'll work.
Right. Well, let's find out then.
'Cause-
You find some boffins to
Because if you think,
build technology that can send a small tube that's the width of your finger, the diameter of your finger, to fit some sort of engine in it or whatever that makes it.
propose it,
Yeah.
I think it'll work.
What do you think's in there? A load of ants blowing out the back.
I don't know.
That's a good idea, actually.
Let the boffins decide. But
Right.
it's doable because the longest drone flight in the world
Yeah.
is 11,440 miles.
A military drone.
It's a drone.
Right.
Don't think about the word military,
Or the
Or the
billions of
size.
yeah. Okay.
or the cost,
Yeah.
or the technology.
Yeah.
But a drone can fly 11,000 miles. So I'm not saying I'm going to beat the world record by thousands of miles because that may raise some suspicion.
It made
If I'm
it.
throwing a javelin to France,
Yeah.
people will ask questions. I mean, one, how can we find a tape measure that's long enough to measure this?
Yeah. Why didn't you hit a Frenchman?
Two,
Yeah.
how? It's just not possible. Whereas hitting a 100-meter mark, film, TM,
Yeah.
is a doable thing. And it's one of those ones where I don't think it'll ever be beaten because it's been a record for a while. Or it could motivate people to beat it.
What's been
But
the
you'll
record
have-
for a while?
So 98 point, what did I say? 98.4.
Oh, off the top of your head, yeah. So
98.48 is the world record.
and how long has that been the world record?
More than
The
A few
length of this
days.
podcast.
I didn't look at when it was done.
No.
But then you're gonna have decades and decades of javelin throwers on their knees throwing it like a dart, trying to replicate it as they do with the Fosbury Plop.
I don't think it's going to do the same thing. So,
Well, John-
following your logic, following your logic, because it's a big military drone that can do 11,000 miles or whatever, in your head, if you shrink that drone all the way down to the size of a penny,
Yeah,
it'll be able to do 100 metres.
yeah,
Right,
I think so.
just following that.
Because it's not going to be the same size, but if one can do 11,000 miles,
Yeah.
one can do 100 meters.
Well, my car can go quite quick on the motorway.
Okay.
However, my Hot Wheels car can also go quite quick in a very small, tiny road.
Yeah, but it's still going quick. Exactly. I'm throwing
I'm too
in
tired to make.
in a stadium.
Yeah.
I'm not flying across the world. So
No.
your analogy just worked out well for me.
Right.
You've just proven me right.
Yeah, I'm glad I enabled you.
And world records can stay for a long time.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Edwards, 1994, I think it was.
The long jump.
1995, his
No,
long
no.
world. So you're telling me in 30 years, no one has beaten Jonathan Edwards at triple jump with all the technology that's gone into it,
Well, I'm
the
not
new
telling you that,
techniques.
am
Science books are. The Mr. Olympic is telling me this. The
I?
world
You
record
just told me
holder.
that.
I know, but they told me.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
Sorry,
you've
I
got-
didn't realise there was a chain of information here.
So world records do last for a long time.
Some of them do. Some of them get broken every bloody 4 years, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of them get beaten quite quickly.
Yeah.
But the triple jump,
Yeah.
30 years it's been
Oh, it's the triple jump. not
a
the
world
long
record.
jump. Right. Okay.
So no one questions Jonathan Edwards' technique.
No.
No one asked, did you have drone shoes that helped you propel yourself?
But he did the event in the same way everyone else did.
Did he though?
What
Yeah,
did
so
he
you-
have, Mark? A load of borrowers
Okay,
in
so-
his shoes.
So your issue is me using a dart technique on my knees to throw it. If I actually ran,
You're on your knees as well.
yeah, well, to listen. If I was actually
Oh.
throwing it as a normal technique, so like running down the runway, overarm, bang, you would then support the idea and the loophole.
I
But
would think
because it's my
better
technique.
idea.
Okay, so I'll scrap that out. It's all right, workshopping. It's not live.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. No, it's not, is it?
I'm not going to start today.
No.
If this does go out, actually,
I mean, this is on public
After
record
I've done
now,
it.
so they're going to know that it is bollocks.
yeah, I
think
might have to find a different event.
If you knelt down with a shaft in your hand like you were dogging, I think that would raise more suspicion than you just being some unknown throwing the same as everybody
Okay.
else.
Yeah, but it's not as good as a story. It's like, oh, that guy's good.
Oh, I forgot about
But
100 metre
as I say, we can't even name a javelin thrower, can we? Name one.
Who's Steve Redgrave?
He's a rower.
Well, that's
Greg.
similar, isn't it?
Was it Greg Rutherford? Who's that ginger guy? He was good.
Was
I
he a
think he won
javelin
gold.
thrower?
Possibly.
Greg Rutherford.
Yes.
Right,
We can
okay.
I'll Google it in the break.
Google it live.
But
Yeah.
no offence, but it's not. You know Usain Bolt. You know Jessica Ennis. You know the big
The
interesting
world-
events.
Yeah.
Like if you go, oh, how fast can you run? No one's saying how long can you throw a cocktail stick.
Well, they are, aren't they, in the javelin event? That's
Yeah,
the
but
point.
that's javelin people. No one outside of the javelin world is talking about javelin except for us.
I must admit, it's, well, not just us, but yeah, the main sort of like banner events are like the 100 metre sprints and the relays and stuff like that. And there's all sorts of weird Olympic sports, though. I think you can do skateboarding now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
Or it's
that
being
little
introduced.
like I think like a 14-year-old won
Oh, did they?
in the last Olympics.
Good on him. Did they just stand on their knees on the skateboard?
Can I just follow up my point? So Greg Rutherford
Is it right?
a long jumper. So as I say, no one can name.
Can you Google, find out? I mean, I know this isn't great listening, but
It's like I
name
can
some,
pause.
let's see if we know any of these javelin players.
Okay. So I've searched famous javelin throwers on Google,
Yeah.
and it says, "Do you mean famous 100-meter sprinters?" See, even Google doesn't care.
Does it really?
Joe,
Why did I fall for that? For fuck's sake. It's these glasses. So I'm going to try and give you...
It's a rule. While you're thinking, can I just let you know that it's a slight redemption arc, this?
What is?
Me choosing the javelin as a sport.
Okay.
So
right.
one of the most traumatic events in my life I'm going to share with you.
Well, you have had a hard life, yeah.
It's been very difficult.
Grew up on the streets.
Yes, it's more of a cul-de-sac, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the level that we're at.
so I used to do athletics as a kid,
You are quite sporty, fair play.
and used to be a sprinter and a jumper. That's why, obviously, I just said
It's a car and the item of clothing.
that's the only thing people care about.
Yeah, exactly.
But our manager at the time,
Manager?
well, we used to do like events, like athletic meets and events.
Was it your PE teacher, Mark?
No, he was actually proper. He had a beard and everything. So he said, "We want as many points as we can. So yeah, Mark, you're doing high jump, triple jump, 100
Right.
meter, and relay.
Yeah.
They're your events today.
Yes.
They're what you're going to win points from this. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But we've got no one doing these events.
We'll just don't answer
So
them.
even if you lose, you're still getting a few points. So you
Yeah.
might as well turn up, do it,
Yeah.
and the club are getting points, and we can move up the leagues.
Okay.
I'm a team player, Joe. I like to help out.
Did you-
So I thought, yeah, I'll help. What do you want me to do, boss? I didn't say boss because
I love your beard. Come on. Which way do you want me to go? I'll do this. I'll do that.
I think his name was Peter. So I said, Peter, what do
Peter
you want me
Beardsley.
to do? No, that's
Right.
that's also a non-javelin thrower.
Oh, that might be the favourite thing I've said all day. Sorry.
So yeah, they said, can you do shot put?
Mm-hmm.
So
And
if
you said no.
If you can
What's the
imagine
next
what
event?
an average kind of long jumper, high jumper look like,
Like you.
they look like a stick,
Okay.
like as much meat as a pork scratching
Like a
and
javelin.
a drain pole.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm not going to do well. Let's go over there. And I looked slightly different to the rest of the people who actually cared about shot put and trained for shot put.
Right.
So they're quite broad, quite muscular, and they were throwing. I mean, they probably had propellers in there, but they were throwing like twice as far as I could do. I could barely pick the shot put up.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't laughing at me.
No.
They were very kind people,
Yeah.
but because I'm quite competitive, it really annoyed me.
Right.
And this is kind of like a redemption arc for me.
Okay.
From failing and being embarrassed from a throwing event
Yeah.
at a very prestigious athletic meet.
Right.
I think it was in Blackburn, so can't get much
It
higher
was
than
probably
that.
at Stanley Park in Blackpool.
It was actually there.
Yeah.
No, it was in Blackburn,
Is Stanley Park in Blackburn?
not Stanley Park.
This
It doesn't
means
matter.
nothing.
It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Right, okay.
so I thought, well, I can't put a propeller device in a shot put. What's another throwing event that I can work on? Because this is actually happening now. And I thought a javelin is the kind of perfect thing. And you still need the same kind of body physique. Maybe not as...
Vaguely looks like a rocket, that's why you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be a huge... And going back to the Hollywood story, agents, give us a call if you need me. It could start a cold morning, and it's almost like a Captain America. You know when he starts off really skinny and everyone like laughs at him, he's not really
You
able to do
haven't
it.
watched a Marvel film in your life.
I've seen parts of... I saw Endgame 1. What was the first Endgame?
Well, that's what it's called, yeah, Endgame 1.
I saw that.
Correct.
But
Endgame 1.
The problem is I didn't really care for anyone because I didn't have that kind of
You haven't
emotional...
watched any of like the 20 films leading up to
So I
it.
was like, Spider-Man, what are you doing? Oh, he's dead. Right, never mind.
Right.
What was I saying? Yeah, so my film. So it's a cold day. Cold, wet, overcast Lancashire day.
Yes.
This skinny boy comes out.
Yeah.
Throws a shot put.
Right.
Not very well.
Yeah.
Fast forward a few years.
Yeah.
I'm winning gold medal at the Olympics for a throwing event. I'm getting Sports Personality of the Year. I am throwing over 100 metres for the first time. 100 metre mark TM. Give me a call, agents.
But
I mean, obviously we need to find some filler for the hour and a half in between.
yeah.
But as a concept, what a story.
I mean, it's not
It's
really
probably more-
redemption arc because you've not trained or anything like that. It's not like Rocky, is it? You've fucked up shot put when you were younger. I don't know why you were doing it when you were 9.
I just performed poorly.
Right, okay, sorry.
How do you fuck
performed
up
to
shot
the
put? You throw it forward.
best- You throw it on your
Oh,
foot.
I threw it up and it hit my head.
Yeah,
and I died.
that's fucked
Great.
up, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
Died, great. This is it's like Ghost now.
The judge actually thought I'd dropped the shot put, not threw it.
Sorry, you can pick that up, try again. You'll slip your hand. Yeah,
That is a
and then-
redemption arc. I failed at something. I have trained all my life.
You haven't trained all your life. The idea is, as you know, for this scenario, is it's like it is now. So you just suddenly start entering it and you win. It's not you rewrite history that you turn into, because then you wouldn't need the fucking rocket thing.
But Joe, I'm not telling people that I've cheated. No one knows except for me.
And the audience.
No.
The audience doesn't know.
This is a secret forever. I'm not letting go.
The audience who watches the film doesn't know you are cheating.
Exactly. So the 100 metre mark film,
Yeah.
give me a call, is basically...
Fucking hell.
I mean, technically I need to do this for the agents to be interested. But basically, it's a lie. I'm going to the grave with this lie. So, when people watch the film, they are seeing me training in my backyard, wink wink, throwing... I don't know why I wink
Why you
wink.
say wink wink? Sounds like you're masturbating.
So when I'm...
What
So
an
they're seeing-
awful film that would be.
So they're seeing me go to the park by myself
Yeah.
and practicing constantly. So
You're still
I'm
doing
going
it like
like-
you're throwing a dart.
I'm going because that's the technique. So I'm going underground. So no one knows how much I've trained. So if anyone asks me, they can't say, "Well, prove it," because I'll just say, "Well, watch the film. I trained by myself in the park at midnight, so no one saw me."
Mark.
And that's how I built myself up. And then I thought, Mark, you need to actually prove yourself here. You know, you're a world champion,
Yeah.
but you need that gold medal around your neck to prove it to yourself.
You've been watching Rocky, haven't you?
A little bit.
And there is no way you will be able to stand in a park throwing a javelin around without someone noticing or telling you to stop throwing a javelin around.
Did you not hear the midnight part?
Even with
If you're hanging around in the park at midnight and you see someone throwing a javelin,
you're going
the
to throw
person throwing the javelin isn't the weird one.
He is.
You are the weird. What are you doing in the park at midnight?
What are you doing throwing
No one wants
javelins
to know.
into the dark where the public might be wandering around?
We'll have a little light on the end so I can find
Oh,
it.
there's a light now.
Who's going to be around at midnight?
I don't know.
Murderers and thieves, Joe.
Yeah.
I do feel this is a critique of the 100 metre mark film
Well, you
rather
brought
than
that.
my loophole. So should
Right,
we
okay,
try and
the
get back on track?
Yeah, I'm so sorry for derailing it.
That is my plan. Add a drone attachment internally to a javelin, throw it, build myself up, win gold, no one knows, retire, bang. The perfect loophole, which actually is technically a loophole because it doesn't go against any laws. But
Apart
also,
from physics.
no one knows. That's
Right.
that's one for the
Right.
brains.
Okay. So I get a chance to try and screw this up a little bit.
You can tell me what your rule is or condition or whatever it might be.
Well, the thing is, you forget to charge the batteries.
Well, that doesn't work.
Why?
No, the drone doesn't work. I'll be fucked. It's solar
So
panel. It's
you get
solar
up-
panel.
No, it's an overcast day, isn't it? That's the perfect narrative.
Do you know
end
nothing
for-
about solar
for-
technology? It doesn't matter if it's overcast. The light still comes through.
No, it's
UV
very
light, mate.
overcast.
It doesn't
Very-
matter.
No, it's not.
The light
There's no
will still
UV.
come through.
No,
It's very small.
the hole in the ozone layer has expanded considerably.
Okay,
That
I'll
would be
add,
more UV actually.
I'll add a mini nuclear reactor.
okay,
into
good.
it.
Right, okay.
Where do you get uranium from? I'll Google it later.
Yeah, just
But-
Google it.
That can't be a rule because that's completely screws me over.
All right, you're not allowed to use your hands,
Perfect.
right? So your advice now, I can't believe you just reacted. So you're going to hand run up the thing and then fling it with one of your feet.
No, that's a stupid idea.
Oh god, the mouse involved.
The mouth is involved. So like, imagine a dog with a chew toy, and when it gets really annoyed, it kind of goes, "Rrrr,"
Yeah.
and maybe it flies out the mouth one end.
I mean, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen you do.
Yeah, sorry about that. Good job missing a video.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stand with my shoulder facing the distance the javelin's going to go.
Oh, you're going to kill someone.
Javelin in my mouth, and I'm going to try not to get whiplash from this, but just move my neck really fast, as if I'm like saying a big no.
Yeah.
So I'm going to release
Yeah.
the javelin out my mouth, and then it's going to propel
I
100
mean,
meter mark.
one of the ideas or the good things, it's not even a good thing. One of the only logical things about yours is you're actually throwing it in the right direction
Yeah.
with your hands. But then if you're flinging it out of your mouth,
you
it's
just
just going to spin
It
all the
won't.
way. And then it'll just go off in a different direction.
Because what I'll be doing,
So it's self-correcting itself as well.
I'm not actually going. I won't go that fast. So pretend I've got like the motor in my hand. It's going to be more technical. Maybe in my shoe. So when I press my toe down, that's when it starts. So I can like press my big toe down
Right.
on the
You're going to
go
impale an old
button.
woman. You're going to kill an old woman.
Anyway, so I'm just kind of like there. I'll just slowly open my mouth, press my toe down,
Yeah.
get the propeller going,
Right.
and it will just fly out my mouth. But as it's flying out my mouth, I'll also move my head, so it looks like I'm propelling it with my mouth,
Yeah.
but in reality, it's already going.
Mark, if you do that, you will either break all your teeth, give yourself a Chelsea smile, or kill an old woman.
But will I win a gold medal?
No.
Oh. Probably won't do it then. So, Joe, it is now your turn. I'm handing over
The motorised
the speaker's stick.
The speaker's
I actually
stick.
went to a meeting once and they had a speaker stick, and you could only talk when you had the stick.
I'd have thrown that out the fucking window.
So here's my. Just pretend I'm giving you a stick.
Thank you.
There we go.
I've got a
And
stick.
You've got a stick now. It's over to you. What is your
Why
sport?
are you talking?
Because
Does the
people
stick-
people come to this podcast to listen to me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So what is your sport and what is your loophole, please?
So, I'm going to do it.
I
in a-
disagree.
So, right, okay. I'm going to paint you a little picture.
Oh dear.
Right, okay, yeah. I had to Google quite a lot of this. So,
It was a simple question, Joe. What is the sport?
the year is
Oh, God.
2032. The Summer
What?
Olympics are being held in the. It's in 2032.
Is that an actual Olympic year?
Yes, because at the year
Surely
of
the
recording
Olympics
this,
have been decided as well, so you know where they're held.
well, the Summer Olympics are now held in the Korean North.
Okay.
They were going to be held in Brisbane. Yeah, but Kim Kardashian, dictator of North Korea, has
Yep.
finally been vanquished.
May have got the names mixed up, but okay.
Who knows what's happened? So this is 2032.
Made
the
an
reason
ass
I
of yourself
chose. Thank you. What's my call? The reason I chose the year 2032. Why do you look so proud of yourself? The reason I chose the year 2032 is because, like you, I've sort of thought about how to make this believable that I would win an event, and I think that it's very unlikely I'm going to be convincingly able to win an event in the next couple of years. So let's sort of like add 8 years
So
on.
9 years, is it?
9 years from 20. Yeah, exactly.
People might be listening to this,
10 years time.
watching the North Korean Olympics in 2032, wondering
Exactly.
where, or might be seeing you actually, because you've got time to do this.
Yeah, and the suffocating grip of communism has now been released. It's
Okay.
time to celebrate.
That's good. I'd celebrate that.
The idea of sort of like the Western civilization has
Joe,
swept
Joe.
over. Yeah,
It's not that kind of podcast.
sorry. Okay, so
Get back on track.
Judo. Right? That's the sport. Right?
Sorry,
okay.
did North Korea have anything to do with this?
That's where it's set. Right.
You were going to go on like a 10-minute tangent then before I stopped you.
Very probably.
Apologies.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're doing judo in North Korea.
Judo, North Korea. Right. Okay, so I'm in the changing room. Preparing.
But how
Right.
have you got there?
What? on a javelin.
But you don't, like you said with mine, you don't just turn up.
Oh, it's fine, right?
Okay, sorry. I forgot that rule. I forgot that rule in the Olympic Committee.
I've been training.
So we've got these standards people have to do.
Yeah.
But what if they say it's fine?
It's fine, because what happened was there was a competition in
Yeah,
the mirror.
that's how you
No,
go
in
to
the
Olympics.
mirror.
There's loads of
It was like
competitions.
you send in like a load of vouchers,
Right.
and they pick your name out of a bowl. So I am at the Olympics. Don't worry.
I had an actual backstory.
Yeah, but it
has to be
bollocks,
believable.
Mark. Believable? Right, okay.
I've risen through the ranks. You just
I'm
turned
tell
up.
you what my loophole is,
Yeah.
right? And
I'm not happy how you've got here, but I'll shut up now and I'll let you talk. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
I mean, like, as an ambassador for diplomacy and eloquent speaking
good.
and all that shit, speaking good, they kind of wanted me there to sort of like help smooth over any cracks in the relationships between the West and the newly westernized Korean North.
So why? So this seems to be happening at the same time the Olympics are held there. So
Well,
someone's decided
yes.
to host it there because this is like decades in advance. Like
9 years.
yeah, but they make the decision where it's going to be a
Yeah.
long time. So they know. So it's basically as North Korea as we know it today. They've
Yeah.
decided to have it there. It's just a coincidence.
No. Say
Again, we're going a bit too
in the
deep
year
with
2017,
North Korean politics.
the whole world's like, oh, fucking hell. North Korea is now part of us.
I can see that actually on the
That's what I'm
headlines.
saying.
Oh fucking hell!
Ne-
Fiona Bruce. Oh fucking hell!
The UN and NATO are all like, shit. So we better get.
Is that their official statement?
Yeah, shit. We better get these guys involved. How are we going to do that? I know.
What guys?
They're North Koreans.
Oh, right.
So what we need to do is.
They do compete.
Do they?
They already compete. Yeah.
Right. Well, we need to get these
Do it at
guys
the
more
World Cup.
involved. The World Cup.
Do it at Football World Cup.
That's not the Olympics, though, is it?
Oh, it's the same like world stage of sport.
Yeah, but they've not been able.
They do go to the Olympics as
host
well.
It. They've not hosted it though, have they?
Okay, you can have that one.
Right. Okay. So, and in 2032, it's meant to be in Australia, I think. Fuck that noise. North Korea.
They've had it already. 2000, Sydney had it.
They did it in 2000.
Sydney had it in 2000.
Well, I think it's in Brisbane.
Around 2000.
Right. Okay. Right. Anyway, so it's in North Korea. Yeah.
Yep.
Judo.
Judo.
Stadium. It's in lights. It's
Is
the
it a
new
stadium?
It's a new stadium. Everything's been built
Judo's
new.
more like a little sports hall, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like a sports hall within a stadium.
Ah, right.
So there's a big stadium bit, and then in the corner of some football stadiums they have like restaurants or gyms or
Yeah.
merchandise shops.
So you're in the
I'm in the
club store.
in the club store in the side.
Are you competing or
Yeah.
have you just started wrestling some North Koreans?
That's what I've done. I'm just wrestling people half my size.
It's okay. It's okay. I've got a badge.
So the lights go down
Why are the lights going down?
because it's shit's about to get.
Oh, is this
real.
the atmosphere?
This is the atmosphere.
Building?
Crowd are all sat around.
Whitney
North
Houston singing.
Koreans, Australians. There's some more North Koreans. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
these
because
people.
only two national.
Only
nationals
two. They're the only
got
two
tickets,
care
didn't
about
they?
judo.
They only released tickets in North Korea, Australia.
Well, this is the problem. So they had to appease the Australians and also ensure a lot of North Koreans went so they could all bond.
Bondi.
So the lights. Right. So I'm in my dressing room, yeah? Kind of like a Tyson
Is your
Fury.
dressing room like the changing room in us?
I'm just behind a curtain in a cupboard. I'm just sort of psyching myself up, getting ready. It's judo, yeah?
Yeah.
So, like, the announcer is like, on my first... No, that's gladiators. So he's like, introducing... That's wrestling, isn't it? But it's kind of... Imagine it's like wrestling, right?
Okay.
I mean,
I don't think we know enough about judo to question or put any.
I know a lot
specifics
about
in.
it now because I'm training. And I just want you to suspend your disbelief a
Judo's
little
like
bit
the
longer.
javelin of martial arts.
Kind of is. Very similar.
Yeah.
And, I could name a couple of famous judo...
Put your phone down.
Oh, no. So, lights go down. Have you ever seen Karate Kid?
Has it gone down
Cobra
again,
Kai.
or are you just restarting that
There's a bit of an issue with the
They just keep
electricity.
going down.
That's the problem.
Yeah, when you say they go down, do you mean they dim or the electric's gone?
The infrastructure is not able to support this amount of requirement. It's a big issue, but we're powering through. Bizarrely, for some reason, they had to pay. Charging is spiked near the javelin event at the moment, which
right.
used an awful lot.
Someone's
of,
thrown it through, have they?
Yeah, fuck knows what happened. So the lights go down again.
Again.
Right.
The third time they've gone down.
There's a big mat.
Put
in
50p in the
big
meter.
blue one. Have you ever seen Karate Kid?
The film, yeah, not the TV show.
Right. Okay, so you know the setup in the
I know.
film.
I know the kind of where.
There's a big blue mat.
Yeah.
All that sort of shit. Yeah.
Famously, the Karate Kid who did judo.
Yeah, that guy. Judo Boy. Do you not see the bootleg version?
That was a franchise, was it?
Yeah. Okay, so I walk into the stadium. I am naked. Right?
Okay.
Naked as the day I escaped from the factory.
Right.
Now, the reason for this is the name of the uniform in judo is called a kimono or a judigo
Okay.
or a gi.
Are they all the same, just with 3 different names, or are they 3 different outfits?
Exactly the same thing. And it
Okay.
is what you're picturing. So
Yeah, it's like a...
yeah,
I know
you know
what
what
you
I
mean. The traditional...
Now, I've got a question for you. Are you familiar with different types of clarified butter?
I don't think I am.
So,
No.
hailing from the Indian subcontinent, used in delicious foods and treats.
Like ghee.
Ghee.
Yeah.
So it's
I
the
know what ghee
same.
is.
Okay, so it's clarified butter. So it's
Oh,
the
is that
same
right?
thing. Now, the reason I chose 2032, admittedly, I would be 44 at this stage of my life. However, I feel 9 years training is the minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
What
have the
training?
basics. Well,
Like fitness training or...
fitness training.
Oh, so you're actually going to submerge yourself? Like,
In ghee. I'm just going to sit in a big thing and turn into a patty.
Joe, it's a swimming pool. You're going to fail.
Yeah. So
Oh, right. So, yeah, 9 years to train.
9 years trained to get like
I
a
like
little
this.
bit fit and healthy and stuff like that.
I know the moves.
And as we know from me and you both seeing me naked, there's nothing really to grab onto. Am I naked? I'm like a Ken doll
Yeah.
or the Shard.
You've got some...
Got some girth.
Yeah, there's
You know what I mean?
some handles
The muffins.
around you might be able to get, as we all have.
Love muffins.
Yeah.
What are they called, those things? Is it love muffin? The thing that sits above your jeans?
Love handles.
Love handles, thank you. What's the fucking muffin top?
Muffin top.
Right, okay. So anyway, yeah. So I'm covered in
Are you
ghee.
lean then? Are
Lean,
you like 2%
mean,
body fat? So there
Ghee
is
covered machine.
literally nothing to hold on to.
Originally I was 2% body fat, but then I put all the ghee on me, so I'm mainly fat.
Yeah, but that's external, not internal. You're not putting it internally.
Absorbing it. Absorbing
Okay.
it like a sponge.
That osmosis going on.
It is, yeah. Which is the process for a semi-permeable membrane.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah, I thought you did. Anyway, so I'm
So you're naked
dripping
in ghee.
in ghee. My opponent's looking at me like, what the fuck am I going to do with this guy? He's covered in
I thought you said my parents.
parents.
Your parents
like,
are going,
what the
It's like, I bet they've got like these. They've got all the friends and family round. My
Yeah.
son's in the Olympics.
Yeah.
No, that's not him. Nope.
No, exactly. I
He
don't
must.
know.
No, turn it off.
He must have not turned up,
I
actually.
think Coronation Street's on.
Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I'm covered in ghee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Opponent comes.
Are
Referee's
you allowed
like,
to do this?
well, you only have to wear a gi, right? And I'm wearing gi.
Right. Clever wordplay.
I'm saying,
I think you'll get away with that.
I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, that's good.
So I've walked in, just dripping everywhere, like some sort of swamp thing, just sort of like wandering. And then I'm in the blue mat.
Why is it
and then
dripping? It'd be quite hot.
I'm covered in gi. In North Korea,
Well, with
Balmy.
the stadium lights, although the stadium lights have gone down 3
exactly,
times,
just
so
keep going down. So if anything, it's too
it's
cold.
too cold. Yeah,
It's too cold,
So
which
it might
helps
solidify.
me.
It might freeze and fall off.
No, it'll be all right. It remains at the good viscosity.
What's this?
And because it's cold, I'm sort of like, drawing in certain parts of my body. So there's
Yeah.
even less grappling hooks and sort of contact points.
Apparently, some sumo. I don't know if this is an urban myth, but some sumo wrestlers pop the balls back in themselves.
If I had a million guesses about what you were going to say about an urban myth, who in the name of Christ told you that was an urban myth?
I can't remember where.
In what scenario? They go, hey, just get us a pint,
No,
Mark. Anyway, I don't know if you've heard of that. Sumo wrestlers pop the ball back in. I know it's mental anyway. Anyway, right. Yeah.
I'm going to search that before we publish it, and I'll keep it in if it's right.
No, you're keeping it in whether it's wrong or right.
But yeah, I read or heard
You didn't read
that.
nowhere apart from a BuzzFeed or something like that, or Bored Panda. In fact, lots of internet. Right.
Hi, Mark here, just doing some editing of the podcast, and unfortunately that was an urban myth. So just like the testicle in the urban myth, I would like to retract the statement that is, and apologise to Joe. I'd like to apologise to you, our listener. I would like to apologise to the noble sport of sumo for bringing it into disrepute. I think we're mature enough on this podcast to hold our hands up when we know we've got something wrong. We get a lot wrong, but when we do something as serious as this, I think it's worth keeping in the final product and making a statement to highlight that, yes, we are human. Yes, we do make mistakes. And yes, we do ask ourselves rhetorical questions quite a lot. But we are sorry. Although saying that, I'm a bit of a victim myself because I read that somewhere. I've not just made that fact up. So someone's lied to me and I've taken it as truth. So I think this is a bit of a lesson for all of us to be a bit more aware of our surroundings, to not always believe everything you read on the internet. So maybe I don't need to apologise. Maybe we can just learn from this example and grow as a society. We'll have a think about it and yeah, we'll get back to you.
So I'm covered in gi. Match starts on my first whistle, on my second whistle. All this, he's there. I don't know if he's alive. And we lock. He can't get a grip on me, this guy, because from what I've seen of judo, which admittedly is not, they sort of like throw each other by holding onto the gis, the outfit.
Yeah,
and sort
that's
of like,
it. You get a good grip, don't you, on there?
And then you sort of like use your legs and fly him over your head and all that sort of stuff. It's not going to work with me, Mark, because he can't grab onto me. Tries to. I'm like smoke.
He slips off.
Slips straight off.
So what? But then surely you're as slippy
in the motherfucking balls, right?
Is that a judo move?
Possibly.
Well, you've had 9 years to work out.
This is what I mean.
You're doing some kind of kicking.
Yeah, it might not be.
But in your force,
yeah,
you're lifting one leg off the floor.
Yeah.
And putting quite a lot of power behind it.
Yeah.
Is your standing foot not going to slip in the gi and you fall over?
The soles of my feet.
But it's dripping down, you said.
Yeah, but
and if I know anything about gravity,
yeah,
it doesn't go up, Joe. It goes down. So it's going down
like
on your feet.
That are like,
I know you've got feet.
I have got feet, but they're sort of like, like a Lego man's feet.
Is this like an operation you've had?
Yes.
Right.
I've had gutters built into my feet, effectively, at the bottom.
Okay.
So gi can't get the soles.
No.
I mean, admittedly, it's a bit far-fetched.
Well.
However, I don't think it's any more far-fetched than yours. So this is what I'm saying. I'm dripping in gi. Everyone's like, who the fuck's this guy? I've never heard of him. He's only trained for 9 years. He's here in North Korea right now. And he's naked. He's covered in clarified butter. What a motherfucking legend.
But
right?
he wins.
But he wins.
But,
yeah.
And not taking away anything from your 9 years training.
Yes.
Would a professional judoer?
Judo.
What's the term? Judoer. I'm just wondering, can they not just stand back?
Yeah. And
just do like a kick to your chin and knock you out?
I think judo is more about grappling.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it, so I'm going to take your word for it.
I mean, I've studied it for a long time.
You've had...
This is what I mean. I've had 9
minutes.
Years. 9
No, it's
years.
not 9. It's not the Olympics tomorrow, Joe.
I think kickboxing and
I'm asking you a question in
2023. Like mainly kicking.
Yeah.
Whereas judo, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of groundwork.
But is there any kicking? Because if there is kicking, they could surely keep
Slide
the distance and punch you or kick you.
Slide right off.
Your chin?
Everything.
You're not like
I'm so thick.
It's not a Looney Tune.
Mate.
If you punch someone covered in gi,
not going to feel it, are they?
It's not just going to slip off the face.
I don't know if you appreciate how much gi I'm covered in that. Honestly. You
like,
won't be able to recognise
like 2 inches.
Oh, more than
so it
that.
actually acts as like an absorber of the power.
Yeah.
So you don't actually feel it.
Nope.
It's like punching flubber.
Exactly.
Or jelly.
Yes, perfect. Yeah. Or jelly. Yeah, both of those are great.
Or
I'm mainly gi at this point.
Okay.
And I win.
Right.
And then...
How are you winning again?
Just by fucking him up.
What was the Simpsons one where Homer won the boxing just by standing there and tiring
the guy out, yeah.
So is that your technique?
It is. So
I don't think you win on points though. I think the timed rounds, and I think the guy who's trying to take you down, would get more points.
Anyway, I'd just like to shout out Aaron Wolf of Japan, who won the 2020 gold.
Yeah, we know that.
And he's probably going to win the 24 and 28 gold because
you'd have thought
he's in his prime. And so me and him, 2032, baby.
Is that your training partner?
Oh,
mentee.
You what?
Is that your training partner? Your mentee? Mentor? Well,
him?
Yeah.
No, he's the Olympic champion.
Oh, that's one you're going to beat.
Oh yeah, I'm going to take him out, mate.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He's won in 2020 in this scenario.
So he's 14 years older.
28, but so am I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
Potato.
Yeah. There's an argument in there that I'm a bit too tired to make.
Okay, well, I'm glad that we're keeping the energy up towards the end of the podcast. So that is my plan, Mark. What have you got for me?
So my rule, and this is kind of dependent on whether you do this or not,
Right.
but whatever you wear in the final of the judo competition,
Yeah.
you have to wear to every special event in your life going forward. So I'm talking birthdays, I'm talking job interviews, I'm talking weddings.
Do I have to go to them?
Yes. So you would be going as you are going now,
Yeah.
but you have to wear the same outfit that you would wear playing judo.
Playing judo, yeah.
Doing judo.
Now, two things.
Yeah.
We've established how much gi I'm going to be covered in.
Is gi flammable? Like, if you went over any like open flames, could you?
How often are you going over open flames, Mark?
Probably twice a day.
Oh, okay.
3 times at the
I
weekend.
forgot that you did a lot of fire walking. I don't know. if it's
Anyway,
flammable.
so
I don't think butter is it?
I'm going a bit curveball. You have to wear.
Ironic that, because sometimes sumo wrestling. Okay, go on, carry on.
So yeah, you have to wear the same outfit. So cover yourself completely naked in gi.
Yeah,
And any job interview you have in the future, any big events,
yeah,
maybe you and Rachel want to redo your vows. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a birthday, someone else's wedding.
yeah,
Anything where, say, you dress up in a suit or you dress up smarter than a hoodie and jeans.
yeah.
Almost like I think a lot of American military do this when like they wear their full outfit, the full uniform at these special events.
English
people
military do
don't.
as well.
Do
Yeah,
they?
they do.
I've never seen anyone,
No, well, you would have seen some people at my wedding do it if I hadn't told them not to do it. So,
they don't always do it.
okay, fair play.
But yeah, so anything like that, you have to wear.
At that
So,
point,
are you
I'll be
still
known
doing
as
it?
like gi guy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's gi guy.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's not good. That's not a
once
good
you-
name.
What, is it not?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Well, once you like sort of are in front of, and it's going to go viral, Mark. Let's be honest.
Imagine the cleanup.
Oh, well, that's not my.
How much is gi? How are you getting gi into
I don't
North
know how
Korea?
much it is.
I can't imagine North Korea corner
It's
shops.
westernised. You can get
In
gi
a day?
anywhere. Yeah. Oh, mate, you could get so much gi in North Korea.
Yeah.
It's untrue.
Right.
I mean, they can't move for it. over
Can they
there.
not?
No, there's gi stores.
They've got to move for it because they're covered in it and they keep slipping over.
Yeah, they have kiosks.
Yeah. I
Which
thought
is like a gi kiosk.
I've been trying so hard not to do a pun on gi,
It's
and
too late now.
you failed.
Thanks, mate. So I've been known as gi guy. It'll go viral. I will happily do that. That's fine.
Okay. And
Right.
are you retiring afterwards? Or is this like a one-off? Or are you now going to be the gi guy and just do loads of different sports? Or does it have to be judo because obviously what they wear
The grappling thing.
seems similar to...
Well, that's it, because they're both called the same thing.
Yeah, so
Gi.
karate it might not be the same wording.
No, it might not be.
You do the same sumo wrestling, actually.
Oh, I can't pop my balls in.
But I suppose it's not grappling, it's just kind of pushing. So be able to still push you out the ring.
Yeah, they'd be able to shove me
circle.
quite far, and then I'd slide out the ring as well.
Well, it's sand, so you just get... You look like a
Oh, is
sand
it on
monster.
sand?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
that ruins me then. Because as soon as I start going on the
You're
sand,
fucked.
I'm fucked. Because it's famously you put sand down.
You do put sand down.
When
I have never put sand up.
No, They don't. But when there's slippy, what is it called?
What?
Ice. When there's ice around.
What's that slippy water?
You
Cold?
know what I mean? When there's ice, you put sand on it, don't you?
No.
Yeah, that's what grit is, isn't it? It's just sand,
Well, yeah,
right?
and salt. But I'm never doing that. I've never put grit down in my life.
You know,
Where are you walking where you see some ice and you think, I'm going to go and put some sand on this?
I've never gritted anything. But
Yeah,
that's what happens. The point still stands. What I'm making is, as soon as I go over against the sumo wrestler, I'm just going to be covered in sand. All of my superpower is then neutralised.
But surely, my javelin, no one knows about.
Mark,
Your
it's more likely for
No.
me, it is, and North Korea communism to fall,
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
right, than it is for you to throw a
But-
javelin on your knees.
But I had a good plan to
Right.
say how I'd get from park to Olympic gold.
I don't know if it's a good plan, Mark.
You don't just walk straight into the final. You have to fight people before that. So you're wearing gi.
I have won a competition.
Yeah, but you're wearing gi
Yeah.
on your first fight.
Yes.
Your second fight,
No,
they'll be saying,
my only fight is the final.
"Oh, sorry," because you said,
Oh no, sorry.
Come on.
Because I poisoned all of my opponents walking.
"Oh, that's not a loophole. That's
No,
murder."
When they were asleep, I force fed them gi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they had a
So
bit
they
of a
die.
funny oh, right.
This is brilliant. This is my film, Gee Guy. This guy is kind of like Cable Guy. So what happens is...
Well, I was going to think like Free Guy. That was a...
Oh, yeah, the
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds one. And to be fair, it's nothing like Cable Guy ever. But
No.
what
But
happens...
it sounds similar.
Exactly.
It's got Guy. at the
Guy.
end.
And Guy Ritchie could direct it.
Yes.
Fuck, it's awful.
Guy Fawkes could be like a flashback.
He could be
That
that.
could be like your
Yeah.
past.
Guy Fury.
Guy Fiore. Any other guys?
Cable Guy. No, we've done that.
The guy who lives next door to me.
Yeah, that guy. So anyway, yeah. So throughout, like...
So your plan is to murder people.
So it's like, oh...
To get to the final,
Joe-
your plan is to murder people.
Joe versus Klaus. Well, I can't help it if Guy falls into the
Klaus
mouth.
didn't qualify this year, I don't think. I think he
No,
retires.
he overdosed on Guy.
Oh, yeah.
So and
Isn't
then,
it looking a bit very...
in the next round,
Isn't it looking very suspicious, Joe?
it is looking weird, isn't it?
Every-
I don't know what to say.
Everyone has died from a Guy overdose, and then
Yeah.
the person who's managed to miss every single fight
But
because
It
of
will
this
be-
turns up covered in Guy.
the greatest reveal in in Olympic
But no
sport
one-
history.
Yeah, but that is gonna raise some suspicion.
No, I'll be like, they tried poisoning me, and they missed, and I've woken up like this. So
why didn't you have a shower, wash it off, and put your
I
uniform
didn't have
on?
time. They must have knocked me out with chlorine. I don't know why I keep looking at my wrist. I don't
Yeah.
wear a watch.
It wouldn't stay on.
No, it's exactly slip off. Rachel's Furious when I lost my wedding ring.
Born Slippy could be the theme tune.
Born Slippy. Oh yeah,
It's coming together.
it's a good idea.
It's a very good idea.
It's a good idea.
It's a very good idea.
Thank you.
I'm saying that because I'm scared I'm going to wake up with Guy in my mouth. Guy, that was a good one. That was great.
I
Too
fucking
far.
hate you, Mark, honestly.
No, it was a good one. It was probably the second best loophole I've heard this episode.
No, I'm on about the gee pun that you
Oh, right,
sandwiched
sorry.
in. Your idea, horseshit.
So there we go. You have heard two brilliant loopholes, which I'm pretty confident Joe and I will be featured in a future Olympics, winning gold, unless the Olympic Committee hear this podcast and quickly rewrite the rule book.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's very possible. Anyway, there we go. So let us know which one you preferred. You can do it on Gmail, or you can do it on our email account. That is reacttothatpod@gmail.com.
You can't help but do that slowly.
I don't know. I do it slowly because I keep forgetting what it is.
Oh, right,
and I'm like,
great.
have I said it all? Have I said it not? Anyway, so it is reacttothatpod, all one word, @gmail.com.
Or
Or,
if you're a bit more modern,
yes.
yeah, react to that pod on Instagram.
Is Instagram modern?
It's more modern than the old email.
Yes. In a few decades' time, we might join the TikTok craze once it's dying out. And
I am not
multiple.
joining that craze.
We could get like a TikTok dance going on.
No.
They react to that TikTok
Nope.
dance offer. Nope.
Rocking to the buzz.
I'm going.
Yeah.
React to
that.